You know, in today's hybrid world, professional quality video isn't really a luxury anymore, it's an absolute expectation. I mean, from corporate town halls to university lectures, your audience, they demand these seamless broadcast-level experiences. So how do you deliver that without a massive AV team? Well, let's dive into an integrated solution that's designed to solve that exact problem. All right, so here's our roadmap. We're going to build a complete AV toolkit, piece by piece. We'll kick things off with the big challenge of hybrid communication. Then we'll introduce the brain of the operation, a 4K studio hub. After that, we'll connect the eyes, 3 different cameras, each for a different job. And finally, we'll see how it all comes together to create one powerful ecosystem.
So let's talk about the challenge every modern organization is facing. It's simple, really. Your audience, whether they're sitting right there in the room or watching from halfway across the world, they expect a flawless TV quality show. The thing is, that used to mean you needed a dedicated AV team and a whole rack of complicated, super expensive gear. The pressure is on to do way more with way less.
So this really brings us to the big question for any decision maker, right? Is your current AV setup powerful enough for today's 4K world, but is it also flexible enough for whatever new technology comes down the pike? Let's look at a solution that's built to answer yes to both of those questions.
Okay, first up, let's talk about the brain of the whole operation, the Showcast 100. You can think of this as the central command center that pulls every single piece of your production together.
So what is this thing exactly? Well, at its core, the Showcast 100 is a 4-channel 4K switcher, but it is so much more than that. It actually integrates 7 different essential production functions all into one box. It's not just a piece of gear. It's basically an entire studio all packed into a single device. And check this out. This is how it completely reimagines the old-school control panel. Instead of some super complex board with a million buttons and faders, the Showcast 100 is built around this big 14-inch touchscreen. And that design choice is absolutely key. It just crushes the learning curve, letting a single operator, even one without years of experience, manage an entire professional production. Now, this is what we mean when we say all-in-one. I mean, look at this list. It's your video switcher, your camera controller, and your graphics generator for subtitles. It's also your recorder, your live streaming encoder, and your audio mixer. By jamming all of that into one place, it simplifies your workflow and gets rid of a ton of potential points of failure. So where does a device like this really shine? It's really designed for those high-stakes environments where you just can't afford a mistake. In a big corporate auditorium, you can seamlessly switch between your keynote speaker, their slides, and an audience Q&A. And in a university lecture hall, you can produce a really dynamic experience for all the students watching online. Versatility is really the name of the game here. Let's make this super practical. Imagine a CEO's big town hall meeting. A single operator, just using the touchscreen, can instantly jump from a tight shot on the CEO to a wide angle of the audience to a picture-in-picture with their presentation slides. And get this, all of that is happening while it's simultaneously streaming to a global workforce and recording for the archives. Now that's the power of an integrated system. Okay, so we've got our control center locked down. Now we need the eyes of the system. Let's start with the absolute top-of-the-line option for your most demanding productions, the PTC285, which is a 4K camera with AI tracking built right in. What really makes this camera stand out is its broadcast-level quality. We're talking a true 4K, 60 frames per second PTZ camera, so you can remotely pan, tilt, and zoom. But the real magic here is its AI auto-tracking. This lets the camera basically become its own virtual operator, intelligently following your subject all on its own. What you're seeing here is the difference between an amateur-looking automated camera and a truly professional one. The PTC285 uses what's called an S-shaped speed curve. Just think about how a luxury car or a nice elevator accelerates. It's smooth, right? Not jarring. The camera does the exact same thing, gently starting and stopping its movements. The result is this incredibly fluid motion that looks like a skilled human is behind the camera, not some robot.
For example, think about a high-stakes medical training seminar. The PTC285 can be set to track a surgeon as they demonstrate a really delicate procedure. The AI makes sure they're always perfectly in frame, and that 4K resolution captures every single critical detail with absolute clarity for medical students watching from anywhere in the world.
Next up in our ecosystem is the PTC145. Think of this one as the versatile workhorse of the lineup. It offers this excellent balance of performance and features that's perfect for a huge range of professional settings.
So the PTC-145 is a full HD camera built around two main things: a really powerful 20x optical zoom and that incredibly smooth auto tracking. This combination makes it just perfect for medium to large rooms where you need to get a nice tight shot of a speaker or maybe a whiteboard from all the way at the back of the room. And under the hood, this camera is just packed with pro features. You get that massive 20x optical zoom, broadcast standard 1080p video, and fantastic performance in low light. It also has that same smooth S-shaped speed curve we just talked about. But here's a huge feature. It supports NDI. Now, this is a game changer for installation because it means you can send your video signal, power the camera, and control it all through one single standard network cable. So simple.
Imagine this in a university lecture hall. The PTC-145 is automatically following the professor as they pace around the stage. When they turn to the whiteboard, the operator or, hey, even the professor with a remote can just hit a preset that instantly zooms right in, capturing every single equation in perfect detail for students online. It basically automates the whole lecture capture process. All right, our final camera, the PTC-140, is all about making this tech accessible. It's designed to bring professional quality streaming to organizations that might not have a dedicated AV staff or, frankly, a huge budget to work with. The real key to the PTC-140 is just how simple it is. It's a high-quality full HD PTZ camera, but with one major difference. The streaming encoder is built right into the camera itself, and that just fundamentally simplifies the entire live streaming workflow.
The workflow really could not be simpler. You connect the camera to your network, you punch in your stream details on a simple web page, and bam, you're live. That's it. It completely gets rid of the need for a separate and often pretty expensive streaming encoder box.
Think about a small house of worship or a community center that wants to reach their people online. With the PTC-140, they can install a professional camera and be streaming directly to their community in just minutes, all without needing technical expertise or investing in some complicated encoding setup. It truly makes professional streaming accessible to everyone. So we've seen the brain of the system, and we've seen 3 different sets of eyes. Now, let's bring it all together and really look at the power of this complete, unified ecosystem.
It really all comes down to choosing the right tool for the right job. For the absolute best image quality and that amazing AI tracking, you go with the 4K PTC 285. For a super versatile HD camera with a long zoom and easy NDI setup, the PTC 145 is gonna be your workhorse. And for the simplest, most cost-effective way to stream directly to the web, you've got the PTC 140. Each camera is specialized, but they're all designed to integrate perfectly with that Showcast 100 hub.
So as we wrap this up, here's the key takeaway. Combining an intuitive controller with intelligent, automated cameras, that isn't just an equipment upgrade. No, it's an investment in your organization's ability to communicate. The question isn't just what this technology can do, but really, what could it empower your organization to become?